Hey folks, I'm Jody White. I'm here at Lake Champlain ahead of the Rayovac, and I'm joined by Troy Morrow. Troy, he started the season off, made a top 10 on the James River, and of course has been tearing it up on tour all year long. You said you're pretty much fishing for smallmouth this time around.
Yeah, I put a little time in down at Ty, which is, everybody knows that's the 70-mile run down south on Champlain. I just don't do well down at that, and it's grass, and I go down every time and I learn a little more every time, but inevitably I end up back up here fishing for smallmouth.
Okay. When you're fishing for smallmouth, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to catch a bunch of solid fish, or is it a situation where you're looking for, 5-6 bites, but they're the right bites?
Well, inevitably you're going to catch a lot of smallmouth. That's just the way Champlain fishes. What you're looking for, and they don't necessarily school according to size here. It's not like Erie where you got big fish and little fish. Okay. They're all mixed up here. And so, but what you're hoping for is probably 2 really big bites, that 4.5 to 5 pound class fish, and then you want all +3s for your fillers.
To go with it.
You can't have sub-3 fish on Champlain and do any good.
That's for sure. This lake, it's amazing the difference between catching, say, 15.5 pounds and 16.
Well, even
pounds.
It's the high 14 gets nothing. The 1502 gets a check. Yeah. And it's almost every year it's almost like that.
All right, now we're supposed to have some pretty good weather coming in tomorrow, I think. The rest of the tournament looks all right. Do you feel like the weather will impact you too much, or do you think you can probably get out there and catch them regardless?
I think because I'm close up here, I think I got enough history spots that are protected, and then I've learned a lot again this time up here, some new stuff, and hopefully I can get lee side of some stuff and be okay. And it might make that run to Ty a little trickier for the largemouth boys.
All right. Now, Champlain, it's a really clear lake, at least up north here. You use the underwater cameras a lot. Did you have an opportunity to use that in practice at all this week, or is it not the kind of fishing?
I used them a little bit here. It's such a current lake that with the wind and the knocking your boat around, it gets real tricky to use the camera. And plus you're looking at big areas, so it's a very time consuming. My cameras really come into play when I'm looking at one object, a brush pile, or here sometimes I'm looking at big boulders, individual boulders. Okay. That's what I use it for. But a lot of times it's big areas, and there's a lot of grass up here too, and the smallmouth getting that grass, and the camera doesn't work so well in there.
Awesome. Well, Troy, good luck this week. Thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it.